Hi, everyone. It's Cecilia. Today, I'm going to talk about the economy for 2026. It's going to be a three-card pull. As you know, it is entertainment purposes only, and it's about the energy at this moment in time. Energy can shift. We can help make energy shift. I talk about that in my yearly thing about making how we can go about making energy shift for the better for everybody. Jobs, there's a lot of worry about jobs. A lot of people are losing work because of the tariffs, and the economy is just not great. People aren't spending money. I know I'm not spending money. I'm trying not to. Every once in a while we treat and order pizza or something, but we are trying desperately to, not desperately, but we're cutting back. We always lived on slim margins here at this house anyway. We do everything on cheap. My family has this story. They think they don't call me cheap per se, but they tell me that I can make a nickel scream because I hold it on so tight. I'm just very frugal. I've been a scout leader for a long time and a Girl Scout, and I'm just thrifty. As far as I'm concerned, I am thrifty. A scout is thrifty. And I did Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts as well as Girl Scouts. So I'm all about the thrift. Um, but I always have been. So yeah. So I guess that happens depending on you know. Well, I won't go into that. So, but anyway, jobs. I know the grandkids here are having trouble finding jobs. There's in any jobs that do. They fill out applications. They get interviews, and either the interviews are canceled because the position's already filled, or they're just not the right fit. Um, those things happen. And so it's not like after COVID, where, there's never been an after COVID. COVID's still around, but it's been what's the word I want? It's not like where it was employees they had their pickings. Now it's the opposite. Employers have a lot of people looking for jobs, and they can be choosy. And it just goes to show how the pendulum swings back and forth. So we're going to ask three cards only. How do the jobs look for the average American? For the Americans, the jobs, because we also have AI. It's going to be taking jobs. I've been saying for years because about the universal basic income, but I had this knowingness that as time goes by, that jobs are going to be harder to get. You have older people that, like myself, I'm semi-retired. I retired early, but I still work 2 days a week. I can't afford not to work at least 2 days. I can only make so much, but so my Social Security check isn't enough, and I can't draw on my 401k until I am 67, and I still have to pay for my health care, and so those things are. It's just the way it is. So we need to find out jobs. Let's take a look. You got a lot of older people that can't leave the workplace, not because they don't want to, but because they have to. They have to work. I run into those kind of people at all the time. I'm one of those people, so I get it. And the younger people are having harder times getting jobs. And then those with degrees, they want they want to pay them low wages. even though they have, they still got college to pay for and that, and they want to pay them a wage, but they're saying, well, you got to have a degree. It's just so bizarre. I feel like I'm living in bizarro land. Oh, that's my fault. So, oh, I pulled my hand away before I got it. So let's go ahead. We're going to do 3 cards. All right. Okay. Thief in the Night. This is 7 of Swords. Okay. Swords are about overt and covert power, along with decision making, intellect, and communications. Okay. He's like a thief in the night. You can see you've got like in a camp here, and he's coming and he's stealing all the swords. Okay. This talks about betrayal, deceptions, getting away with something, acting strategically, and trickery. Ace of Cups. Aces are about new beginnings, and cups are about emotions. Okay. This is about love, compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby, proposal, or marriage. Okay. The Hermit. The Hermit is about soul searching, introspect, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation, and consciousness. And at the base of the deck is the 6 of Wands. Okay, Wands are about willpower, challenge, action, creativity. He's victorious here. He's coming in on his white knight with his soldiers. He's being victorious. Sixes are about group effort and cooperation. And this is about public recognition, victory, progress, and self-confidence. Okay, that's at the base of the deck. Okay. So let's take a look and see what we got here. Okay. 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 That's at the base of the deck, but I'm going to put it here anyway. Okay. This is about deception of everything's okay, the economy is good, we're gaining all these jobs, that kind of nonsense. Okay. Like a thief in the night. But we all know that that is not the case if we've paid attention. I know I work in a restaurant part-time. I only work 2 days a week, and it's slower than it's been. I mean, we can get the same number of guests, but a big difference on how they are spending money. People in the past, like last year and the year before that, at the restaurant I'm at, people would come in, order wine or a beer, get an appetizer, a salad, and a main course, or a pizza, and sometimes dessert. Now, and I've experienced this many times because I've been a server for a really long time, every time shit hits the fan in this country, this happens. People will come in still, but they'll drink water and they'll split a pizza and they'll eat more of the complimentary rolls than they normally would. Every once in a while, I'll get people that they're going to come out, special occasional order beer or wine, and or they just come out once a month. So they're going to have beer and wine, and they'll share a salad. Get a lot of people sharing salads. Now we have some nice salads and they're pretty decent size. So yeah, I mean, you could share it, definitely. For me, one of our salads could be my main course, our side salads, because it's decent size. And then they'll split a main course dinner or they'll split a appetizer. It's rare, and that appetizer, a dessert. That's not what I'm saying. The main course is pizza or a main course. They'll split, and very seldom do they get desserts. So that's kind of where that's at. Hello. Okay. So that's kind of where, is what's happening at where I work. The Hermit is about introspection, looking in. People are trying to figure out, okay, what do I have to cut back? They're not, it says here about, truth seeking, being alone, introspecting, soul searching, contemplation. People are, because they know there aren't many jobs and they don't want to lose their job, and they might have been thinking about changing jobs but can't change jobs. They decide, I might not do that now. And also they're looking at, what can I cut back? What can I do? How can I save money? How am I going to, he's searching, okay, where can I cut money? Where can I make things easier for us? Because even if people have jobs, their hours are cut. I know a lot of people that, they still have jobs, but they have less hours. Or they used to get overtime, now they're not getting overtime, that type of thing. So they're trying to figure out ways, okay, how are we going to cut back? Okay. Remember, I said that that wands was an action card about being creative. And a challenge, and this person won his challenge. Okay. But sixes are also about cooperation. In a lot of my videos, I talk about community. And this is what I'm getting from here. Victory is going to be ours, no matter how bad things get, with community. Okay. With community, we can be able to get through anything together. Get your core group of people. Have a core group that you guys can, like, maybe, that can help each other out with things like you need to borrow a piece of equipment versus buying something. I had to borrow the other day from somebody what do they call it? A Sawzall, because I had a bolt I couldn't get off the toilet because the top and the bottom, they were leaking in between. So I used community. Say, hey, somebody got a Sawzall that I could borrow for about 15 minutes. And I borrowed a Sawzall. It could be, getting together for a potluck together. Everybody bring a part of a dish and, share. Or one day you make a meal, another day somebody else makes a meal. Might be helping each other out with childcare if you need help with childcare. It's endless. There's endless possibilities there. But you got to form your community. The community of people that you trust that you get along with, and that will help each other. In the end, this is all about emotions. But when you have your community, okay, if you think about this, this is about compassion, love, creativity, new feelings, spiritually, intuition. I don't think this is so much about a new baby, proposal, or marriage in this reading. But I think it's more about being creative, okay? Being creative with your community. It's about having compassion and being able, work on, your spirituality and your intuition. But this is a good card. Some people look at it as my cup overfloweth. Maybe if you look back and no matter what they say is going on, you look back and you say, okay, where can I cut? What can I do to make things cheaper? What can I make it easier? You'll find that you don't really need that stuff. And this can make your life happier and be able to help you out. Having community, knowing you got somebody there, can make you happy and make things easier for you. And I think that is basically what, in the end, and then, of course, as people are able to, they might have new babies and marriages and proposals and things like that. But when the economy is not doing so good or people don't have jobs, that's the last thing that they're thinking about. But they can, with community and looking back and thinking, they can bring themselves great happiness because they make their life easier. I know I enjoyed Christmas much more this year. I gave a limit to my family. Every member of my family had the same limit. I didn't emphasize cooking so much, and I didn't. I did not overdo anything. I even got my Christmas tree. That beautiful tree there for like under $20 because I waited so long to get it, and it was on 75% clearance. You talk about happy? It made me happy. So it's about doing those things. Maybe changing your lifestyle a little bit, and that when with the Hermit card and going from there. And so anyway, Happy New Year, and we'll revisit jobs later in the year if we, because it might be that things will turn around, energy changes. We can hope for that, right? We can actually put out energy for the good of everybody. That jobs will come, that they will come up with a plan. See, I'm more worried about, jobs are hard in that now. I'm actually kind of worried about what AI is going to do to a lot of people. I'm almost to the point of, I'm not going to be working eventually, but I'm worried about more like my grandchildren and my other family members and my coworkers that I work with now that are young. What happens with those changes? So, but anyway, let's pull real quick a card on what can we do. God, this is the Nature's Whispers Oracle. I love this oracle. So let's take a look. All right. So what can we do? What is ours to do during this time period? What is ours to do during this time period? With the lack of jobs and tightening money, and give us some clear guidance. What is ours to do? Now, keep in mind, this is not going to affect everybody the same way, but that's just overall over the general people. down. But what is ours to do? What is ours to do? Amplify your positive emotions. You know, water is an energy carrier. A lot of people don't know that, but it's energy. It's all about energy. So let's see. Amplify your positive emotions. Cards are listening. I love that the cards listen. Okay. Because that's what it's going to take. There is a ripple effect of energy flowing from you. Be positive. Simply staying happy and sending that happiness out from your heart will benefit those around you. Remember I said about energy. Okay. As you adjust your motives and attitudes, this energy flows from you in concentric circles. Concentric circles. Did I say that right? Yes. Affecting all of your desires and beliefs. There's a chance to bring good fortune and influences to all of the events in your life. As circles also represent cycles, know that you are continually growing in and out of cycles, growing and changing. With every ending comes a new beginning. Trust that the positive energy you radiate will attract what you wish for. So, and I always say I trust my guides to all things. I leave it up to my guides. When things aren't going like I would like, I say, hey, I can't handle this. I got to leave it to you because I can't, I can't do it. And I can say that they have always stepped up. And I always say this or something greater, because sometimes what we want, we're holding back. We could have more. And I'm not talking about material things so much for myself. I'm talking more about happiness and energy and, good health, those type of things. So anyway, you have a wonderful day.